If you're preparing for psychiatry exams or managing patients with depression, understanding the 5 R's of depression is essential for both clinical decision making and long term outcomes. Let us go step by step through this framework. First is response. Response means there is a clinically meaningful improvement in symptoms, typically defined as at least a 50% reduction in baseline severity on standard rating scales like HAM-D or MADRS. This tells you the treatment is working, but it is not enough. Most patients at this stage still have residual symptoms, and those residual symptoms are important because they increase the risk of relapse. So the goal is not just response, the goal is to go further. Second is remission. Remission means near complete resolution of depressive symptoms. The patient is essentially asymptomatic or has only minimal symptoms with little to no functional impairment. This is the true target of acute treatment. Patients in remission function better and have a significantly lower risk of relapse compared to those who only achieve partial response. Vicious CT. Clinically, you should always aim for remission, not just improvement. Third is recovery. Recovery is sustained remission over time, usually for at least 6 months. At this stage, the episode is considered resolved. The focus shifts beyond symptom control to functional recovery, including social and occupational domains. This is where continuation treatment consolidates the gains made during the acute phase. Fourth is relapse. Relapse refers to the return of depressive symptoms before recovery has been achieved. In other words, the patient worsens again during the same episode, typically while still in the remission phase. This often happens due to residual symptoms, poor adherence, ongoing stressors, or premature discontinuation of treatment. When relapse occurs, you need to optimize or reinstitute acute treatment and reassess contributing factors. Fifth is recurrence. Recurrence is the onset of a new depressive episode after recovery has already been achieved. This reflects the longitudinal course of depressive disorder. The risk of recurrence increases with each prior episode, which is why some patients require long term maintenance treatment. This may include pharmacotherapy, psychotherapy, or both. If you visualize the course, it starts with an acute episode, then moves through response, remission, and recovery. From remission, the patient can relapse back into the same episode. After recovery, the patient is at risk of recurrence, which is a completely new episode. A few key clinical points. Residual symptoms are one of the strongest predictors of relapse, so do not ignore them. Each recurrence increases the likelihood of future episodes. Always aim for full remission rather than partial improvement. Continue treatment for at least 6 to 9 months after remission and consider maintenance therapy in patients with recurrent depression. If you found this useful, this framework is frequently tested in exams and directly applicable in clinical practice. So make sure you can differentiate each term clearly.